What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the Respawn Lounge. And today we are going to have a discussion here with my buddy Wes on the other
Yo,
side.
yo, yo.
Yep, about the games that were showcased in the Summer Games Fest.
Oh, yes.
All right, so actually, I do have a question for you, Wes. What do you
Mm.
think was the thing that kicked off the Summer Games Fest? I'm curious about your answer.
Honestly, I want to say Street Fighter did.
Say Street Fighter did.
I think Street Fighter actually kicked it off.
Uh,
Um, from PlayStation State of Play, and as soon as they were announced it and the way it looked, and then of course they had their character reveal at Summer Game Fest, but so I think that really kicked it off for me.
okay. Yeah, if you had to ask me, to be honest, I don't even think it actually counts, but I'm going to say it anyways. But I think Pokemon, the new Pokemon trailer,
Oh
kicked
yeah.
off pretty much the Summer Games Fest. Even though it wasn't part of it, I feel like that was the true thing because it happened June 1st, I believe.
Uh huh.
And I mean, that was the thing that got everybody excited. So, and that's my
I am.
answer.
I am excited about Pokemon though. I'm excited about that too, but since I haven't been in the fighting game spotlight for a while, I got excited about Street Fighter and the way it looks so good.
True. We'll
But
be talking
Pokemon
about
looks good too.
yeah. We'll be talking about Street Fighter here pretty soon, but what happened preemptively before Summer Games Fest was the state of play. And let's see, was there anything that stood out to you?
In the state of play. Hold on. Let's just that.
Because
I'm
for
not
me,
entirely sure.
if you had to ask me, I mean, they had some pretty solid stuff. I mean, I'm sure a lot of PC gamers are excited that Spider-Man's finally coming to PC, another PlayStation exclusive.
Oh
Uh,
yeah,
won't be as exclusive as it used to be.
that's right.
Uh,
That's right. They are doing that remake for Spider-Man.
yep. I think it actually
They
comes with
are.
or I don't know if it comes with Miles Morales, but I guess
Mm.
it's being shipped with Miles Morales. Both of them might hit the Steam store at the same time.
Mhm.
Um, and other than that, I believe Callisto Protocol.
That looks pretty interesting for me.
Oh
That
yeah.
looks kind of scary
I
because I
mean,
never played like the Dead Space games, and I need to get to that because I have it on Steam. I have to get to those games at some point, but I think I want to play that.
yeah, Callisto Protocol is looking really good. I haven't played like a true horror game. I mean, Resident Evil is horror, but
Mm.
I don't know. I mean, Resident Evil has so much action in it nowadays, but there still are some scary parts. Don't get me wrong. In Resident Evil,
Mm.
it is still a scary game, and it's still considered horror. But this one seems to take horror one step further. So I'm definitely looking forward to that one. I think it comes out December 2nd, if I'm right about that. Um, and also,
Yep.
yeah, I told you earlier, Turnights. Turnights, the
See,
dating action game.
as soon as you told me about that, I had to look at it because I was like, "Are you serious? They really trying to do a dating sim action game in an apocalyptic world?" I looked at it, I was like, "Okay, I'll pick it up. It looks interesting. It looks really interesting to play.
That's true.
Heck yeah,
I know there's some stigma towards dating games. There's if people will look at you funky. I mean, they shouldn't. I mean, there should be no shame in
right?
buying a dating game, but sometimes people will give you that side eye real quick if they see you picking up a dating game. So I mean, it looks cool though. I mean, this is a dating
It
action
definitely
game,
looks
so
cool.
there's gonna be some fighting, definitely some action going on as stated.
And
Uh,
like I told you before, it kind of reminds me of how Persona is
yeah, it
with
does have that Persona vibe.
I think the only thing that's about it, I'm not entirely sure if it's turn based, but it looks like you can run around and just fight freely than it being turn based.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I was like, there's a game that eventually we'll mention down the road here, Honkai Star Rail, which is it's a cool
Yes.
game, but it is turn based, so you have to
Yeah.
keep that in mind. And then there was the part in the state of play, like you mentioned before, Street Fighter Six actually had their
Right.
trailer.
Yes. And ever since it got teased announced, I want to say maybe last year at the Capcom Pro Tour, if I remember correctly. And we've been waiting on a little bit more of an update. We finally got that update, and with a whole lot of possible new characters that's going to be coming into the game, and also some returning as well. I'm actually excited for Jamie, the new character that's in there, because I love the fighting style of Drunken Fist. So I'm happy that they actually finally incorporated that in a Street Fighter game, and also some other characters that was shown throughout the trailer. Hopefully, they make it in. But I'm definitely excited about this game, even though it comes out next year. I can't wait to hear more news on it though.
True. We have like what 4 or 5 characters revealed. I think 4, maybe 5.
5 right now, including Guile, that
Oh,
got
okay.
revealed during Summer Game Fest.
Yeah, yeah. So, but from what it sounds like you already found your new main for
Look,
for Street Fighter Six.
if if the girl, uh, supposedly there is a ninja girl that's in this one. If she looks any kind of interesting, she'll probably be my new main. But Jamie, the way he looks, yeah, I'm gonna try him out. We're gonna see about him.
We will have to see
We're gonna
something.
see. I
I
don't know if I can call him my main yet, but we're gonna see.
I don't. I haven't actually. Let's see. I played Street Fighter back in the day on the arcade, so it's probably like Street Fighter 2 or 3 or something
Mm,
like that. And I haven't played the Street Fighter since. I did like the look of Street Fighter 5. I just never picked it up because, as you know, I'm not a big fighting game type person.
yeah,
But I don't know. DNF Duel. I mean, that wasn't showcased here, but DNF Duel's looking pretty cool, and Street Fighter 6 is definitely
yeah.
looking really cool. So it might be time for me to pick up a fighting game now this time.
Go ahead, try it out. I know seen a lot that's been going on with that, and they are announcing that it will have a better net code than what Street Fighter Five had.
Hmm.
And also it will have crossplay as well, so that's awesome.
Oh yeah, yeah. That was I say that's when you know a company's
That's-
thinking about the gamers instead of
oh yeah,
instead of their own money.
and this is a whole new era for Capcom. Has a lot has been said from a lot of people. This is a new era for them, so I'm excited about that. And
Oh.
also Final Fantasy.
Ooh. Yep. Final
Um,
Fantasy 16.
I'm definitely excited about that.
Oh man, that trailer was so
They,
good. Oh, the
they are
music.
doing an amazing job, man.
Oh,
And at least we are not getting the treatment with the other ones. Hopefully, knock on wood somewhere, because doggone it, I need for this game to come out like planned, come out
yeah, Square
like no
Enix.
delays.
I need you to not scrap the whole entire game like 6 months before it's gonna release, and then delay
No
it another
delay.
like 3 years. Like I need you to not do that.
Yes, please don't. Because
But
the way this game looking is looking awesome.
it is. I think a lot of people are comparing it to Devil May Cry, I believe, just because
Mm.
it's going to the instead of having a party,
Mm.
it's more focused on a single character. And he's the one that'll be doing all the moves and I mean I've seen the trailer. He's
Mm.
doing a lot of flashy stuff. Um, and of course we can't forget about the summons. There
Those
are summons
summons.
coming back. I believe they're labeled as icons in this one, which
Mm.
I believe I've talked to someone about before, and they in a previous Final Fantasy, it wasn't exactly called icons, but their like nickname was icons. That
Mm.
wasn't the name they went by, but you could call them that. So that's what they're naming them this time, and they're. I mean, I'm always excited to see whatever Bahamut does, because I mean,
Mm.
I always believe that Bahamut's just OP in every Final Fantasy. He's the most OP summon of all time. But
I believe that. Either
yeah,
it's him or Ramu.
Rama
Because
is pretty strong as well. He kind of just shows up, does his thing with his lightning, and he's like, "All right,"
and goes.
yeah, and then just disappears. Oh man, but I can't wait for that. That is coming out summer 2023. And let me say this. I think it's only coming out summer 2023 because Forspoken was pushed back to October. I feel like if Forspoken wasn't pushed back, it could have come out this year. Though that's just my personal opinion. That's probably not true, but I just wanted to put that out there.
I was wondering about Forspoken. I haven't seen anything about that as of late. I didn't know it got pushed back.
Yeah, it got pushed back due to I want to say it was because it didn't receive very good feedback from the
Mm,
viewers on one of its like gameplay showcases. So
okay.
I think they're taking another look at it and giving it that extra polish, which I'm okay with. I'm
Okay.
okay for if they're
That's
doing it for that reason.
that's fine. Yes, do that. I have no problem with you delaying it and bettering the game. I am all in for that.
Oh yeah. Please do not ship another broken game. At least not in this year.
No, we don't need those. We do not need those at all.
But following that is the actual Summer's Game Fest, which of course, featured Jeff Keighley, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And that is when they showed the Street Fighter 6 new character, or I guess not new character, but returning character,
Yep.
Guile. So, and
And
his whole showcase was actually pretty cool. I actually kind of like his moveset.
he looks dope. And I'm pretty sure he's still going to be a charge character, which I am not good with charge characters at all. But regardless, he looks dope. I actually like just about the moveset that he's had, because some of his stuff is from his Street Fighter V iteration with his mini Sonic Boom that he did into the in the trailer. Which I don't know if they still gonna be calling those V triggers or not. But they also return, as we've probably seen in the state of play, where we had the parry system is back from Street Fighter 3 Third Strike and that series. There's also something else that is called, I can't remember if it's called Deep Dive or something. I can't remember. I can't remember what it was, but I honestly wish I was at Summer Game Fest because I wanted to be there to actually try the game out and see what new mechanics that they really implemented into the game.
Yeah, well, on that comment, I
Uh,
mean, technically, at the end of Summer's Game Fest, they did announce that they are going to have a digital and physical event next year. So I mean, it might be something for us to think about. I'm just saying,
we definitely need to think about that.
right? Yeah, I
We
know.
definitely need to think about that because I am hearing that E3 is supposed to be returning next year. I'm
E3.
hearing that.
We
So
could go to both if they happen around the same time. We could just be
I,
like, let's just get tickets to both and
I'm
stay
about
in
it.
LA for about a week.
I'm about it. I
uh,
am about it. I want to do it.
I know. I want to do it so bad. I'm gonna start saving my money right now. We
Gotcha.
they also showed off Callisto Protocol once again. Except this time they included gameplay, which of course, like we mentioned before, looked very scary, very
Mm.
horror esque. Don't want to be in that ship with those guys at all. Modern Warfare 2 also got a level gameplay, so it wasn't multiplayer gameplay, but it was just out of the campaign. Um, I've been talking to some of my coworkers. If you don't know, I work at GameStop, so obviously we talk about video games all the time. I've been talking to some of my coworkers about Modern Warfare. I think I might pick this one up, just because the Modern Warfare series was like one of the, at least to me, one of the most beloved series in the Call of Duty franchise. And apparently, as well, there's rumors that they're not. It's probably it might be confirmed somewhere, but they're not making a Call of Duty next year. They're actually taking a break, so we're not going to see Call of Duty for a while after this
Interesting.
one. Um,
Yeah, because honestly, I'm gonna need this Modern Warfare 2. That is my beloved first Call of Duty game that I have ever owned. So I will definitely pre-order whatever to get it.
right, right, and Modern Warfare, like I haven't played shooters in a while, like at least
Mm,
competitively. I mean, I played like
mm,
some a little bit of Destiny and looter shooter,
mm.
Borderlands and stuff like that. But I know what's out there though. I know there's what like 10 or 12-year-old kids that have like split-second reaction time and can probably snipe me from a mile away. But I'm still
Oh
gonna
yeah.
try it out. I'm those guys are gonna wreck me, but I'm gonna try and enjoy this one.
No, no, yeah. I'm gonna feed.
Yeah.
I am not. I am not getting Call of Duty anymore. But doggone it, I'm gonna be playing that multiplayer. I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
be on
try
there.
it. At least want to have let's see. I can't expect a positive KDA, but
Oh
I
yeah.
still want to see some kills on my feed. Um,
Oh, no.
let's see. Was there anything else that like kind of stood out in the Summer's Games Fest to you?
They shown Cuphead, the last course, which I didn't know they were actually doing some new stuff for that. And that's coming out at the end of this month. So I might have to get back. I honestly need to finish Cuphead anyway. 'Cause I need to get back on that game. I haven't beat the game yet.
I'm in the
But
same boat. I bought Cuphead, excited for it.
mm,
I love the aesthetic of the old cartoon style.
hmm
And then I realized it was hard. And from there I stopped.
oh,
So I think I
hard
got past
indeed.
yeah, I got past like the first couple levels and then man, this game is stressful. So I took a break and it ended up just being a permanent break at that point, but I should go back to the game.
Hmm Then we got Honkai Star Rail, Zenless Zone Zero, then also the TMNT Shredder's Revenge game. Honkai Star Rail is in its beta at the moment, closed beta. I am in that closed beta, but I'm not gonna release much info. Uh, but it does play really good. It has a turn-based system, which I kind of enjoyed that. Of course, it still have the gotcha thing in there.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, I think Honkai Star Rail it might focus because of the turn-based ones makes me want to believe it's going to be focused more on the narrative more
mhm,
so than Genshin Impact, which is their other game.
mhm,
But also through the whole turn-based system, I've seen some of the if you haven't seen the ults that go off in Honkai Star Rail,
mhm,
definitely check it out because I guess this whole turn-based system allowed them to go like crazy with how these ults look. And
mhm.
they're really out of the world, and they look really awesome too. And that's honestly what drew me to the game.
Yeah, that it definitely plays really good. Um, so I do hope that they fix some stuff in the game at the moment. Uh, and listen to some feedback that needs to be updated with it. So I'm excited about it. It
Yeah.
plays really fun. So
And supposedly no release date, but they did say
yeah,
it is coming soon. So I would have to imagine
so
it's coming this year sometime, especially if it's in closed beta.
yeah.
Um, I do have to ask you, or no, actually, let me mention this first. So they're apparently Soul Hackers 2. I have never heard of this series. It comes from Atlas, so the people that brought you Persona
Mhm.
and Shin Megami. But
Yep.
Soul Hackers 2 was announced, and I'm a pretty big Atlas fan at this point. There's some stuff that we'll talk about later in terms of the Xbox
Mhm.
showcase, but um, yeah, another game, and I've seen like a little bit of the game, and it looks really good.
Mm,
I mean, definitely like just like all their other games, they have a similar feel to each other between Persona, Shin Megami, and the Soul Hackers. But
yeah.
I haven't even heard of Soul Hackers 1. I don't know where this game came from, and I imagine now it's probably hard to go back and play. Um,
You're
but
possibly right because this. I believe this was my first time ever hearing about Soul Hackers, and I saw it.
when you saw it,
So
yeah, I was like,
yeah, I don't remember Soul Hackers one.
they're gonna have to remaster Soul Hackers 1 so I can give it a try. I mean, Soul Hackers 2, I will pick up eventually. I mean, I don't have all the money in the world, so that one's gonna have to wait a
Uh,
little bit. That's gonna be on the back burner. I know I said I'm an Atlas fan,
okay.
but I'm also responsible. I'm not gonna drop all my money at once.
Oh,
Um,
no wonder. Okay, yeah, no wonder I never heard about it. It's a really old game.
oh my god, it's that old.
Like, I mean, the original was like back in '97 on Sega Saturn,
On Sega Saturn?
and I
Yeah.
guess it had some kind of re-release on the 3DS. Like, what was it 9 years ago? No, about 9 years ago,
Oh man.
and also PlayStation. Like, however much years ago that was, but that was only for Japan. Yeah, so Sega
Mm.
Saturn PlayStation was only for Japan, but 3DS we got it in like 2013. Yeah, like 9 years ago.
Holy crap. I
Yeah,
mean,
it's been 9 years. God dang.
even
Yeah,
then, I
I never even
probably
heard of that game.
right. I
Okay.
probably wouldn't even have picked it up at the time, not knowing what it was on 3DS. I don't know. Honestly,
Yeah.
with my 3DS, I mainly just played Pokemon. There's some other games I played on 3DS, but it was mainly
Hmm.
Pokemon.
Yeah.
Now back to the question that I did want to ask you, Wes.
Yes.
How did you feel about the Last of Us Part One remake reveal?
Uh, eh, last. Honestly, I feel as though they are money grabbing that first game now, if that's the right word to use. Because
It's
how many? Because this is not the first remaster that they did,
no, they
or is
did
it
a
the first
remaster
remaster?
on PS4. They're calling this one a
Yeah.
remake though, like from the almost from the ground up remake,
Uh.
which is interesting. It's been controversial, like a lot. Of course, I
Yeah.
feel like the majority of people were like, do we really need this? Did we really ask for this?" But also, I think they've been trying to ship their multiplayer for a while.
Mm.
And I think I wanted to say that this was them trying to reach for the opportunity for that. Hey, let's remake Last of Us One and ship the multiplayer. But apparently, the multiplayer is going to be its own standalone thing coming later. Um,
Oh.
as far as I know, if I at least if I heard that correctly. But yeah, which left me even more confused, and which is also why this is controversial in some parts of the community.
Yeah. Um. I'm not too excited about it, but just for the heck of it and nostalgia, I might grab it just to play it. I still haven't played. I still haven't played part two yet. So,
Yeah, I
and
don't.
I don't even know if I want to play that.
Right. I mean, I do want to play part two. I think what ended up leaving me, or I guess making me not play part two, was
Mm,
the spoilers. Everybody was talking about a certain part. I'm still not gonna say it here
mm,
because I don't want to spoil anybody else. But yeah,
mm.
people kept talking about it, and eventually I don't know. I just didn't end up playing. I owned the game. I just never turned it on after hearing about it. So eventually I'll go back. I'll go back and play
Right.
it. Some other quick mentions that I want to talk about from Summer's Game Fest before we move on. Um,
Mm,
if you're still a Blizzard fan, I know some people are, you know, feel indifferent with with Blizzard right now,
mm,
but there's Frost Giant Games, which is a lot of people that used to be part of Blizzard, but they left to make their own company. They're working on something new called Stormgate, a new RTS, and we haven't seen anything too far or too much about it. Looks like I don't know, just looks like there's going to be different factions of species, and you can choose which one you
mm.
want and go at each other. But there apparently is also going to be a story. Another thing, I don't know if you'd be interested in this, Wes. I think we should all play it at some time, with the guys. But All Guys is going free to play, which they showcased at Summer's Game Fest. I mean, they showcased it beforehand, but they also showcased it here.
Yeah.
Um,
Uh, I might have to. I might have to play Fall Guys. From what I seen when I should have gotten it on PlayStation Plus, it looks fun. It really looks fun to play and help. a whole lot of hilarious mess will ensue if we play that. So I'm gonna give that a chance. I'm gonna give it a chance.
Oh
Should
yeah,
have gotten it when I had the chance, but we
right.
we gonna play it.
Yeah, yeah, no, yeah, we definitely have to find time to play that game because that's gonna be hilarious with everybody seeing what happens. And I think that's about it. There were a couple of other bigger games that
Hmm.
showcased. I think let's see, some people were excited about Witchfire. Marvel
Hmm.
Midnight Suns showed up.
Yep.
Goat Simulator 3 for people that are still following Goat Simulator.
I'm
uh,
surprised.
right. And then for anyone that's still part of the whole anime gaming stuff, One Piece Odyssey. There's more. I guess another cinematic trailer came out. Maybe a little bit of gameplay, but
Hmm.
it seems to be an interesting story. It's not going to follow the anime directly. It's going to be something that's tied to that series. Still not sure if it's canon or not, but we'll see. We'll
Probably
see.
not.
Following Summer's Game Fest, because that was about it. Was there anything that you wanted to touch on? Was there anything?
No, not really. I mean, there was I think one more game that we need to mention there that's possibly going to be fun to play with friends as well. You know, the Team NT game that they showed off to.
Oh yeah,
That's
yeah.
going to be pretty fun as well, since you now can do up to 6 players in that game now. So that should be fun. That should be a good pickup as well. Uh, oh, I don't remember when they supposed to be bringing that out.
I feel like it should be soon, but I'm
I
not.
think
I'm
it's
not sure.
soon.
I think it does have a release date though. I just don't remember when. Did
Ah,
you find it?
the 16th,
Uh,
16th in
16th
like
of
2
July.
days.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, of June.
Oh, yeah, June.
Oh wow. Okay, yeah, it's coming out real soon.
Yeah, probably it already came out by the time this video might come out.
Right, that's
But
fair.
but possibly a game to pick up. I'd say that.
Oh yeah, yeah. 6 players. That sounds like it sounds fun, but it sounds like the
Yeah.
chaotic kind of fun. There's a lot of players on the
Oh,
screen, but it also means there's
oh,
going to be a lot of enemies on the screen.
yeah. Somebody won't be able to know who doing what on that game at that point.
Right?
But
I wonder where my character will be on the screen. um. All right. So moving on from the Summer's Game Fest.
Jesus.
Well, that happened a couple days later. I forgot. Let's see. Summer's Game Fest happened on the Thursday. There
Yeah.
were some stuff that happened in between. I believe there's like a PC gaming show, the Gorilla Collective, a
Mm,
couple of the smaller events that happened. But I believe most of them touched on games that were already spoken about. So the next
mm.
big thing would be the Xbox
Xbox
and
and
Bethesda
Bethesda.
showcase. Never understood that title. It's only because Microsoft bought Bethesda, and they
Yeah,
could just
it
call it
might
the
as well just be
Microsoft.
the Xbox showcase,
Yeah, exactly. But
Microsoft showcase, whatever.
yeah,
Yeah.
but I guess they're giving credit to Bethesda. Like I guess they did have quite a
Mm,
few games show up in their showcase. But let's see, how did they kick things off? They kicked things off with Redfall. This is
oh, the vampire. Uh, I don't. I don't know how to explain that. It's
yeah, it's a it is kind of hard to describe. The way I would describe it is not exactly like, but similar to Left 4 Dead, except with vampires.
oh yeah. Okay, yeah, yeah. That actually sounds just about right.
Right. So,
Like seriously, actually sounds just about right. Yeah, I think that's exactly what I was looking for too.
oh man. So this game, if you don't know, it was actually supposed to come out this year. I think it was actually supposed to come out summer of this year, so around this time. But it also got pushed back to 2023, which is
Mhm,
fine. I mean, it does look interesting. This is a game that catches my eye at least.
mhm,
I do like my cooperative games, and this one, it being a cooperative shooter, or you can play it single
mhm,
player. It's up to you.
mhm.
But it's up my alley.
Sadly enough, I don't have an Xbox.
It
But
is, yeah, Xbox exclusive.
but if I ever get one, I definitely give it a shot. It does look good, so I'm kind of interested in. Well, it's gonna be on PC too, so I can probably snatch it up on PC.
True, and knowing at least Microsoft,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it might be crossplay as well. So
Mm-hmm.
that will be good. There is also a game that apparently a lot of people have been looking forward to. I haven't beat the first one, so I feel like I'm not as excited as everybody else. I want to be, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm just not as excited. But that is Hollow Knight Silk Song. Apparently, tons of people have been waiting for
That
this.
I never played a Hollow Knight game, and I probably need to now. But that actually looks pretty good, so I'm kind of interested in that. So I need to get on a Hollow Knight game at some point.
True, true. I have Hollow Knight on my Switch, which isn't bad at all. I know it released
What I
on
need
other
to do.
consoles as well, but this one it looks different. I mean, it being a sequel, it should be a little bit different, but this one
Mm-hmm.
seems like the combat is uh I guess a lot quicker, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
Because in the first one, it's more like you're a lot more grounded. Because in the trailer for Hollow Knight Silk Song, you see the player itself in the air a lot, and of course
Mm-hmm.
doing like crazy maneuvers and stuff. So I'm gonna have to finish the first one. You hear us say finish the game a lot, but that's the thing with gaming is like I believe every gamer has a backlog, and this is my backlog.
Uh, a huge
Yeah.
backlog at that. I mean, huge.
Yeah, it's gonna be a while. I'm not even gonna make the promise that I'm gonna finish my backlog because I feel like I'm always gonna have a backlog.
We're
Um,
never gonna finish the backlog ever.
right? You never
By
can.
how they bring out these games and the ones that we definitely most interested in, and we in like a middle of a playthrough of another game yeah, we not finishing no backlog.
No,
No backlog ever gonna be finished with a gamer.
not with them releasing games so quickly and a lot of good games at
Heck
that.
no.
Which I mean, I'm very happy for. Wes, you're a League of Legends player.
I am.
How did you feel about Riot Games making its appearance on Game Pass?
I'm surprised that that's the best. The fact that people on Game Pass can get not only League of Legends but Wild Rift, which is still League of Legends but just on mobile. Legend of Runeterra, TFT, and the fact that when it just comes to the base League of Legends itself, that they can get all the champions for free. Well, I have to work for this blue essence to get whatever new champion that came out. It's pretty cool for them to be able to do that. I'm not entirely too sure if actual League of Legends is going to be on the actual console, but if so, that's pretty dope if they're doing it that way, or if it just has a mobile thing. But that's dope.
Yeah, yeah. I personally don't feel like it's gonna be on console. I would like it to be because that would be really cool,
Mm,
especially if it's a separate server. Because I mean, I'm not gonna lie,
mhm,
and I think everybody knows it. But League
mm,
of Legends is one of the games that has like one of the most
mm.
toxic communities. So if
Toxic.
it had its own console server, maybe it would be slightly less toxic. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I don't know. It's it's a possibility, but yeah.
Maybe it's just wishful thinking
Uh,
at this point, right?
that's wishful thinking because there is also Smite that's on console, and they can be toxic on that too. So
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, I
oh
think
no,
Riot Games being up here it's pretty
that's pretty
interesting. I
dope.
think games let's see Xbox themselves and Microsoft with Game Pass, they're
Mm,
doing a lot. They're doing a lot behind the scenes, and we're starting to see that now. I feel like in my opinion, I think they're slowly starting to catch up to
mm,
PlayStation in terms of
mm,
popularity, just because they're releasing They're making deals and releasing a lot of good games, honestly. But
True.
moving along, a game that also has caught my eye is a Plague's Tale Requiem. Um, this one I haven't played the first one. The first one is on Game Pass though, so if you
Mm,
if you're like me, and you have an Xbox, just go to Game
that's
Pass and
right.
play the first one, which I will be doing.
That's
Um,
right.
but this one, if you haven't heard about the game, it's literally about a boy and his powers is to control rats, essentially.
Oh yeah.
And it's a weird premise for a game, but apparently the game was really good, at least enough to quantify a second one. Um, but if you watch the trailer for the second one, it also looks really good. And I believe you're playing the sister for most of the part. I don't know how the first
Mm,
one. I don't know if you get to play the boy in the first one, but in the second one, it looks like you're playing the sister or the guardian. Um, and I guess you're trying to make it through a city. There's going to be a whole bunch of different locations going on in this one, but it did catch my
mm.
eye. I will be playing this one. Oh,
Ah.
what else we got? What else we got?
There's also they revealed the game Flintlock
Ooh,
that
yeah.
I was kind of interested in because it reminds me of Devil May Cry just a little bit in the gameplay of it. So I kind of like that. It looks pretty good. So
Yeah.
and it comes out early next year sometime. So I would definitely give that game a try.
True, true. It felt like the Siege of Dawn.
Yeah.
Um, what was it? I think when I was watching this trailer with one of my coworkers,
Mm,
the way it starts off, he thought this was like something Godfall related.
mm,
And yeah, we don't. I mean, Godfall, from what I've heard, has gotten slightly better over the course of time. But we,
yeah.
we don't want another one of those. But this is a single player. This isn't a games as a service. This is just a single player
Yeah.
experience RPG with a story. Apparently the protagonist here, normal human. They live in a world controlled by gods, the old gods or new god, whatever, just gods in general.
Mhm.
And I guess she has some sort of thing against them, and she is on out trying to kill them all. So that is, I mean, I want to go out and kill
Jeez.
some gods. That sounds fun.
Well, we have Destiny for that. We can do that on there.
True, true. Yeah, that's they're like just want to.
Can't do that unless you want to play God of War too. I mean, which you know what? Speaking of that, I'm surprised that hasn't been revealed. Um, or not revealed, but no news has been brought out about that as of late.
True. I think they had some. I mean, they've already showcased some gameplay and they did the teaser a while
Yeah.
ago. But it is interesting. I think
Huh.
me personally, I think they're gonna do their own state of play for it. Like it's gonna be like Hogwarts Legacy state
Mm,
of play, where it's like a full like 20+ minutes of only
mm,
God of War. Let's see what else. What else? There was I passed by some. Oh, Overwatch. That's right. More Blizzard stuff. So,
yeah.
Overwatch 2. Xbox was able to, or Microsoft was able to make the announcement for that.
Mm,
The interesting thing about Overwatch though is that it's going free to play. Um, I mean, I feel like it should have been free to play to begin with, but
yeah.
but I mean, at least more people have access to this
You're
game
not
now. It
wrong.
is a fun game. I'm not. I mean,
Mm,
I know some people have had some issues with it, but everybody has their own issues with certain games.
mhm.
And then on top of that, they also released a new character or showcased a new character, which they'll be talking about more
Yes.
later on. So I'm excited. I mean, they're already releasing a new character to begin with. I believe Sojourn.
Mhm.
So now they're releasing this new character, which I don't know the name of, but she looks similar to the line on the lines of like Junkrat and Roadhog.
Oh yeah.
So that will be cool.
And
And
they supposed to be having some kind of another beta or something like that at some point soon, if I remember correctly. So
Yep,
I'm
yep.
gonna try and see if I can get in on that.
Not gonna lie, I do miss my girl Diva. I haven't played Overwatch in a while, and yeah, I do miss
Well,
I played Diva quite a bit. Who else did I play? Obviously, I played Genji, and Hanzo. I played all those characters, and then I played Junkrat just to spam a little bit, and
I
Torbjorn.
I did have a mean Zenyatta, so and Zarya, so yeah, I might have to get back on there at some point and play.
Right. I was getting used to Zarya. I think Zarya was the last character I was trying to learn, and I was getting better.
Mm-hmm.
Um, in terms of like utilizing her shield to build charge.
Mm-hmm.
And it was fun. Zarya is actually a pretty fun character once you get to learn her.
True. That's true.
Also, if
But
you're
I
looking
know.
forward to more disturbing things that's not Callisto Protocol, there's a game out that they showcase called Scorn.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
I don't know. It just everything in that game just looks disturbing. Like
It,
it's just good. It's like you're like inside a living creature at all times, and just everything moves and does weird things that to gross you out.
I was trying to understand that game, and then mm-mm.
Right? It's I
I
don't
might
know.
have to watch someone play that.
Yeah, it's. I mean, I might pick if it's day one with Game Pass, which I think it is, to be honest. Yeah,
Mm.
I might try it, but I don't know. It might gross me out to the point where I just stop. But it definitely looks interesting. I mean, there's a whole mystery behind the story. There's a whole reason why you're there and doing what you're doing. So
Mm-hmm.
definitely gonna have to figure that out. For Minecraft fans, because there's a lot of Minecraft players out there. There's a whole new Minecraft game,
Yep.
Minecraft Legends. New action strategy game coming in 2023. Cause what was it? We played Dungeons, right?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we did play Dungeons. That was fun. That was fun. There's
That
there's
was.
some unique things going on. It didn't keep up with the game, but I know the game's still going. They've been having updates
Mhm.
along with, of course, the Minecraft the game itself. And I guess it got to the point where they still believed they weren't making enough money. So here comes Minecraft Legends, a whole new Minecraft game just for you. I might give it a try because, like I said, we played Minecraft Dungeons, which was pretty fun. I imagine this game will be fun as well.
Yeah, and I know you've been on your just regular Minecraft, just the building stuff.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
it looks pretty fun.
for
I might
sure.
have to give that. I might have to give it a try.
Let's see. Narca Blade Point also comes to Xbox.
Yep. And I am not a big battle royale fan, but I might have to give that a try. I
Yeah.
might I might give it a try. I just may. It looks interesting. It's not the whole gun shooter battle royale thing, so
Right.
I'll check it out.
I mean, the cool thing about this is that I think on launch with when
Mm,
it comes to Xbox, which is June 23rd, by the way, of this year, it's also launching with a campaign mode. So I think it's also a co-op campaign mode. So you don't have to do the whole battle royale, and I think the campaign is going to continue. It's not like we're just going to release it once and that's it. I think
mhm.
this is like when they release it, it's part one of the campaign. So later on down the road there'll be more of it. But yeah, like I was saying, if you don't want to do the multiplayer, the whole battle royale aspect, you can always just jump in and do the campaign mode.
Oh yeah.
But I did play this game with a friend once, and it actually was surprisingly fun. I just currently I don't have like the PC to handle it, or I should say handle it well. It can handle it, just does not look good. So I'm actually will be happy to try and play this on console where I know it can run fairly well and it's optimized for that. So let's see. Oh, how can I forget about this? Diablo 4.
See, see. I knew you've been waiting for that Diablo.
I've been waiting for. What's so bad right now is that there's so much gone wrong with Diablo Immortals, which has released right now
Mhm.
for phones, and apparently beta on PC. But There's so much going wrong for on that end. But what I can say is that Diablo 4 still looks good, and I still want to buy it, despite all the things that are going on right now. I will still buy Diablo 4.
And it's funny because when I was watching the gameplay of it, I miss playing. Which Diablo did we play? Was it 3 that we
Yeah,
played?
yeah, Diablo 3.
Yeah, I miss playing that, so I would definitely pick up Diablo 4.
Yep.
And I think is that the game where they had world bosses in it? Were they putting in
Yes,
world
yes,
bosses?
they're putting in
Yeah,
world bosses in Diablo 4.
that's gonna be that's actually gonna be really, really fun. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna be picking it up.
True, true. The Diablo 4, they're actually treating this more like an MMORPG. I think they might have slapped that title on some of the older Diablos at some point, but it never really
Mm-hmm.
was a true MMORPG. But with world bosses this time and certain dungeons, I believe, it's gonna feel more like that because you're gonna see players
Mm-hmm.
going in and out. I mean, Diablo Immortus already feels like that, but I mean, like I said, there's already issues going on with that. Um,
Right.
Also with this reveal for Diablo, they also revealed the fifth and final class, which is the Necromancer. Uh,
Yes.
and I never been a necromancer type of guy. I have played the necromancer in Diablo 2, I believe.
Mm.
And you know, it's fun summoning a whole skeleton army to do your dirty work for you. But I don't know. I like just like doing the damage personally. But seeing Diablo 4, and I think one of the moves is he like summons like a blood like wave. Like it's just like a blood pool that just like shoots out towards your enemies. I was like,
Mm.
if he has like some more skills like that, I actually might be interested in the Necromancer this time around.
I know last time I played, was it Rogue? Is that it? Or was
I
it
think it's Demon
who
Hunter.
had yeah, it might have been Demon Hunter
Hmm.
that I had. That might have had the not the bow and arrow, but the
The crossbows.
yes.
Yeah, yeah.
It was that. But this time if I do that, if I play that one, it will more than likely be the elemental one.
Ah, okay, okay. I'm curious which person out of our group, because if you don't know, I mean the game Diablo 4 is crossplay, so
Mhm.
I mean with everything bumping up to next gen technology and stuff using Unreal Engine 5 or whatever new engine that the publish or the game developers are using, you can get it for console and still play with your friends on PC. So, or yeah. So, but I'm curious who in our group, because I mean, a lot of us in our group, I played Diablo 2. A lot of people in our group started on Diablo 3. I'm curious who in our
Mhm.
group is gonna play the Druid, because the Druid was available in Diablo 2, so I kind of know what he does. He's gonna be a little bit different in this one, but the Druid has, I mean, he has magic, you know, the magic of
Mhm.
nature, like rocks and vines and you know stuff like that. But
Mhm.
he also has shape shifting. He also can turn into a bear or a werewolf.
Oh yeah, that would would Jordan do that?
Maybe actually, yeah, I can see Jordan playing the
I can
druid.
see Jordan playing Druid, honestly.
I forgot
I
part of
think he
nature
would actually
magic
play Druid.
was also wind. He can summon sometimes he can summon tornadoes and stuff like that. But yeah, Jordan does kind of fit that spot. I can see
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. I feel like Jordan would definitely be the Druid. It
Right.
wouldn't be Ruby. Ruby is nothing but tank.
Yep,
But
yep.
Jordan, yeah, he's definitely Druid. He would do the Druid.
Oh man. But anyways, I'm excited for that about that, and no release date, just you know coming out. I
Uh-huh.
believe 2023. And the thing. So there's a couple other games. I'm like you know quickly browsing through the list of games
Mm-hmm.
here. There's some other things that were showcased. But those not. I mean, there were good reveals.
Mm-hmm.
Just things that didn't catch my eye like right away, or at least things that I don't think I'll be purchasing.
Yeah.
But on the topic of Atlas that we were talking about beforehand with soul hackers and stuff, um, Persona 3 or like let's actually get the full titles here. Persona 3 Portable, Persona 4
Yep.
Golden,
Yep.
and Persona 5 Royal
Royal
are all coming to Xbox Game
Game
Pass.
Pass.
It isn't all happening at once, but they all are still coming to Xbox Game Pass. The first one being Persona 5 Royal in October. I
Oh
don't
my
know, man.
goodness.
I think Xbox has my heart right now.
I don't own it, but I own a PC, so maybe I can still play it. You know what? It's okay because I own Persona 5 Royal already on my PlayStation. I need to get back to that. Um, I need to pick up Golden. No, not Golden. No, not Golden. No, yeah, Golden. Yeah. I do need to pick up Golden on, I think it's Steam. I think Golden was on Steam.
Yeah, they did release it on Steam. Was it this year or was it last year?
I think it was last year.
Last year, okay. And then
And Persona 3, that's all the way on my PlayStation 3, so I'm okay, but I need to get me an Xbox. That's what needs to happen really. I just need to get me an Xbox so I can have Game Pass and be able to play all these other games that's gonna be on there. That's exactly what needs to happen.
right, no,
But
no. I
again, it will happen after I get a hold of a graphics card, doggone it.
true. I kind of did
Yeah.
my stuff in a reverse order, so I actually ended up getting an Xbox first. Because graphics cards at the time were so hard, and even now they're still kind of expensive.
Yeah.
Um, and then of course, now I'm waiting on the graphics card, but I can understand that. I
Yeah.
am just excited that I can go back and at least play Persona 3. Because
Mm-hmm.
like you said, Persona 4 Golden I could have picked up on Steam.
Yeah.
But it's gonna all be in one place right here on one console. For
Exactly.
free if you're paying for Game Pass. Um, so yeah, I don't know. I think Xbox is
Micro-
making the right moves right now.
Microsoft is doing it really good right now. They're
I'm,
doing some really amazing things.
I'm not gonna lie, because when Final Fantasy 16 showed at State of Play, I
Uh,
was like, okay, hands down, Sony won. I mean, I'm a huge Final Fantasy fan, so I was like, nobody can top this. And then Xbox comes out here and they're like, I heard you like Persona.
yeah,
What if I gave you 3 Personas?
three, just damn
Oh
three of them.
man. Um,
Just damn three of them.
right.
Just
Just
all
ready for
three.
you. Are you paying for
You
Game
know what?
Pass? It's gonna be free if you're already paying for Game Pass.
Sony, doggone y'all with this new subscription mess. Doggone it.
Oh man. But yeah. I guess enough about Persona. We can fanboy about Persona. I can
Yeah,
fanboy about Persona all day. So, um,
we gotta move it along.
yeah, we do have to
Doggone
move it on. Yeah.
it.
But to end the Xbox showcase, they finally showed off Starfield, which I mean, I imagine
Mhm.
plenty of people were waiting for. We all do know that it got pushed back. It was, if you watch the first trailer that came, I guess I don't know. Yeah, I guess the first official trailer. I can't say the teaser, but if you watch the
Mhm.
trailer. It said it was supposed to come out like 11/11/22, which would have been this year, November 11th.
Mhm.
What it also got pushed back to next year, as most things did.
Yep.
But graphically, it looks amazing.
It do. I was honestly impressed by it from what I saw. So
Yeah.
it definitely could be a pickup for me.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely will be picking this up. It is another game. The Xbox has been going ham with this whole Game Pass thing. Um,
Yeah.
I mean, most of the games are single player narrative games, but
Mhm.
hey, man, if that's what you play, then it's the best place to play right now.
Seriously.
But this game, um, given Bethesda's, I guess how their other games were presented, like Skyrim and Fallout and stuff like that.
Mhm.
I actually wasn't expecting it to look this good because usually, like when Skyrim came out, the game The game was fun. I mean, the game was great. I enjoyed Fallout. Put like most people, hundreds of hours into it.
Mm.
And but it wasn't nothing new graphically. It didn't feel like it like picked up into next gen, which I believe it. I mean, it didn't really have to because I think it released in on Xbox 360 still and
Mm.
PS3. So all they did was like re-release it on PS4 and Xbox One. But this time they really upped their game. They're like, we're gonna do everything that next gen does. We're gonna add the ray tracing. We're gonna do the it almost looks like they use that. I forgot what the word for it is, but that it's when they use like a real photograph in terms of and using that for like the detailing
Oh,
for the
right,
models and
right,
stuff like
right.
that. It almost
Yeah,
looks like
I
they
know
went down to that, but
that.
they obviously they can't because it's a space. There's a lot of things that
Mm.
that don't really actually exist. And the map is huge. I don't know if you heard anything about the map, but they told us they're like, oh yeah, you can go on this planet, but you can explore the whole planet. And you're like, okay, that's fun, that's cool. And they're like, but you can do that with each planet in the solar system. And
Mm.
like, okay, all right, I see you. You're doing big things right here. And they're like, but there's not just one solar system. There's a whole universe. And you're like, oh, that's a
Mm.
lot of exploring to do. So I don't know. We'll have to see it. To me, I know. I think it's also been described as like Skyrim in space, but to me, it looks more like Fallout in space.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think it's gonna be a good game. It's definitely, like I said, it's gonna be a day one pickup. For me, like I said, it's hitting Game Pass, so I can play it for free if I decide not to pick it up. But I personally
Mm.
like my hard copies, so I might pick up a hard copy as well, even though I could play it with Game Pass.
Exactly.
And that wraps up the Xbox. I think we talked more about the Xbox showcase than anything so far.
We did. We definitely did.
Oh man, Xbox is
Dog,
really
you Microsoft,
right.
y'all. Y'all made some good choices.
Man, they're really picking it up. They're really picking it up. I
They
think Xbox
did.
still has that edge, that slight edge in it. But Xbox is
Gotta give it to them.
they're not playing any games anymore. They're like
No, they're not.
like we're a competitor and we want you to know that we are a competitor. Like
They are here.
right, you slip up once, we're gonna get ahead. Right?
Jesus.
Oh man, and after that long-winded thing about Xbox, we
Mm-hmm.
wrapped everything up on Monday. They wrapped everything up on Monday with the
Yeah.
Capcom showcase.
The Capcom showcase that kind of disappointed me. Not really, but kind of.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing. I was like, I mean, it was nice to kind of like simmer things off, off of all the
Mm,
hype from the previous games and stuff. But they didn't really talk about anything new. It was just all stuff that they've talked about beforehand.
right.
Um, I think I don't think they started with. I think they ended off with a whole bunch of Resident Evil stuff. But speaking of Resident Evil, they have a new DLC coming out for
Mm-hmm.
Resident Evil Village. If you wanted to follow the story of the daughter, that's showcased. I guess
Yep.
that technically was a spoiler alert, but yeah, if you wanted to focus more on the daughter story at the end. And then something more interesting, or I shouldn't say more interesting. It's something that I'm more interested in, and I'm sure Wes is more interested in, is the Monster Hunter Sunbreak
Yes.
announcements.
Yes.
Yeah, so we
Yeah.
ended up what? Oh, I don't even remember the more. I remember specifically Goro Magala, but because obviously he's big in the Monster Hunter franchise. I think he actually was the cover monster for one of them, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was the flagship monster for Monster Hunter 4E.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
Um,
it's,
so that's really cool. I actually didn't get to experience Monster Hunter for you, but I know Wes has.
uh, everything about it, I miss it. But I'm happy they're bringing back some returning monsters into it. Previously, when they showed it, showed the one of the other recent trailers where we had Regios coming back. So now we have one of the older monsters from Monster Hunter Frontier named Espinas. He's returning into the series now, which I've never fought against that monster before. Also have a returning location. The jungle's coming back. We have Daimyo Hermitor, Shogun Centaurs coming back. And of course, like we said, Gore Magala, who is back now, which I also gonna assume that Shaguru Magala will be back into the game as well. But they also said that they haven't shown all of the other monsters that's supposed to be in this new expansion as well, which also brings to the other free title updates that they have coming along the rest of this year and into next year as well. So this is a whole lot of content that we're going to be getting. So it's a great time to be a Monster Hunter fan and player, in my honest opinion. So hopefully, they're supposed to have the demo come out tonight on the 14th. So hopefully, I'll be able to get onto that and play it.
Yeah, I do need to catch up on that game. I think I ended up taking a long hiatus from the game, not intentionally. Other things came out as usual,
Yeah.
and then I kind of fell off the game. But I am going to get back just so I can get into the Sunbreak content. And I believe the first free title update featured Lucent Nargacuga.
Yep.
Which I think Nargacuga is a cool monster to begin with. Very like cat slash bat like features. And then just to give him kind of like this white top coat on top of that,
Mm-hmm.
looks really awesome. So, oh, and then also of course Monster Hunter. They didn't showcase it because they've already showcased it before, but you got the whole like skill swap system.
Oh
You'll
yeah,
be able to
the
run.
switch skills,
Yep.
which is honestly pretty awesome for them to do since you can do it while in the hunt. So, um, I need to not only just me but Jordan as well. We need to update ourselves with some of the new mechanics that they bring in with the weapons and Sunbreak as well. Of course, with the new switch skills. So
True. Yeah, I don't
this
remember the flagship monster's name for Sunbreak, but
um Malzeno.
yeah, Melzino. But yeah, he's like a cool like vampire dragon type looking guy. Monster Hunter
Mm-hmm.
has some pretty cool designs when it comes to their monsters, obviously. But that's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
I'm definitely gonna play in that. Coming out
At the end of this month.
oh yeah, the end of this month. There you
End of
go.
this month.
Coming out very so much stuff
And
is
I'm
releasing this month.
soon, man.
Right?
End of this month we have Monster Hunter, and then next month we got Digimon Survive, and then possibly whatever is in between, then Pokemon, which is November.
Yep. Pokemon, there's Hogwarts Legacy. Like Fall Guys that's coming out for free. That comes out, I believe, later this month as well.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a lot of stuff. And then let's talk Exoprimal. Um, Pretty much this is the last thing on the list. They teased Exoprimal. I don't even remember where they teased it. But they've showcased it before. It's been out there. There's a trailer out there somewhere. And now they're, I guess, deciding to showcase the game. Exoprimal is a game where you are a crew and you get into these exosuits, and apparently this AI that I believe assists you. I forgot its name. The AI has a name. But also the AI for some reason is deciding to drop dinosaurs in your world. And then
Yeah.
it's your job to kill all the dinosaurs. But I think in the initial trailer they showed off 4 suits, leading me to believe, because it's 4-player co-op, so it led me to believe that there's you get to choose out of 4 classes. But apparently off of this trailer and what they've spoken about it, there's going to be more than that. It's kind of like I guess you could. I don't really want to call it Godfall related, but it's very similar where there'll be multiple suits and you kind of get to choose which one you want to use. But there's classes, which is the main category, and then there's like the suits would kind of be like the subcategories. But It's interesting. I think they're supposed to have like a beta or something coming at some point.
Hmm.
Also, the weird thing is that it is in terms of the game modes. There's multiple game modes as well. Um, from what I understand, it's like a PvPvE.
Yeah.
So there's
Okay.
two teams that drop in, and you're trying to kill the most, or at least in one of the game modes, you're trying to either kill a target, like a specific dinosaur, or you're just trying to clear out as
Hmm.
much stuff as possible. But you want to win, so I guess when you see the other team, you can kill them and then go about killing dinosaurs, or vice versa. You can kill dinosaurs until you meet the other team, and then kill them. Um,
Hmm.
Very interesting. I don't know how this game's gonna go, but it does have my attention. I am gonna keep track of it. Oh yeah, it says right here.
Hmm.
Yeah, it says closed network test coming. But yeah, that about wraps it up.
That's about it.
Yeah. Was there any additives that
Uh,
you would like to speak of?
honestly, Capcom. I wish Capcom brought us a little bit more. Um, it would have been nice to see something new from them. Maybe something returning. I.e., cough, Mega Man. It would have been nice to see something. Something towards the Blue Bomber that we all know and love. Maybe even like Battle Network related. I know a lot of fans have been wanting a Battle Network collection. Uh, hopefully, sometime in the future, Capcom remember our great blue friend who likes to fight the 8 bosses or whatever else on the cyber scale. And it would have been nice to see something Mega Man related, definitely. Also, we haven't had an update on Black Myth Wukong since last year. So hopefully sometime either this year or maybe next year, we'll probably see something about that. And then also, since we did get Street Fighter 6, stuff, hopefully maybe sometime soon, Mortal Kombat will have some kind of NetherRealm will have some kind of news about a new Mortal Kombat game or something new soon. So kind of been slacking on that front as well. So yeah, I don't know.
Right, right.
Let's
Yeah,
see. We'll see.
yeah, yeah. We're gonna have to see. I know there's supposed to be more Street Fighter Six content coming down later this year before
Yeah.
the year ends. But yeah. Actually, Mortal Kombat's been quiet after the whole Aftermath collection, which was or not Aftermath.
Hmm.
Yeah, the
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, pretty
Aftermath. Yeah.
yeah, Aftermath, and then they have the of course Mortal Kombat Ultimate Edition, which just includes Aftermath and everything, all the
Mhm.
DLCs past that. They've been pretty quiet. They haven't really spoken of anything, but I guess we are to believe that they are working on the next Mortal Kombat, and it'll be
Mhm.
we'll just have to wait. In due time, they will eventually make their announcement of Mortal Kombat 12.
Yeah.
In terms of me, I think I was pretty satisfied with everything we got. Like I said, I mean, it would have been nice to see God of War Ragnarok if they would have spoke on that.
That too.
And then I would have liked to see like a new IP from
Mhm.
Capcom. Or like you said, Mega Man. Either one would have worked for me, honestly.
Mhm.
But other than that, I got my Final Fantasy from the state of play. I got my Pokemon trailer. That was the very beginning of June. And then Xbox came in, was like, "Hey, here's some Persona. I know you love that stuff."
Mhm.
And then they gave me Diablo 4. Always looking forward to more Diablo. Redfall, because I've just been really curious about that game, and I do plan on getting that game. And then of course
Mhm.
Starfield, because everybody's played Skyrim or Elder Scrolls and Fallout at this point, so we've always been looking forward to what Bethesda was doing next. Um, so I am pretty satisfied. If you had to pick a winner, who would you say?
Man, I can't really say for sure. I know I probably have to get it to Microsoft. Just they did do a whole lot of stuff there. Dog on them.
Yep. So the thing about
I'm sorry, that
Microsoft
persona,
is
man.
that whenever they're talking about these games in the Xbox showcase, the Xbox and
Yeah.
Bethesda showcase, um, they said all these games, even though some of the games were listed 2023, they said all these games are coming in the next 12 months. So pretty much from now until next June. Um,
Yeesh.
so that means like even the 2023 games could be coming early 2023, which is
Yeesh.
fairly nice. But yeah, I think I agree with you there. Like, I thought, I mean, the Pokemon to start things off with the Pokemon trailer in June. That was awesome. And I was like, okay. Nintendo's trying to throw themselves in there. I believe there is like a true Nintendo Direct coming at some point fairly soon.
Mhm.
But they kind of just like threw that in. They're like, okay, we're gonna give you what you want. We're gonna get this thing started.
Mhm.
And then I was like, all right. I was like, maybe Nintendo has this because Pokemon is very big. And then me being a Final Fantasy fan, when Final Fantasy 16 happened in the state of play, I was like, okay. I was like, well, now PlayStation has it. Now PlayStation has me because they know I like Final Fantasy. They know a lot of people like Final Fantasy. It would have been better if they showed Part Two or Final Fantasy 7 Part Two remake along with it. But
Oh,
I'll still take Final Fantasy 16. That's fine. And then Microsoft came in and just cleaned it up with
just
the titles that I mentioned before, and I was like, oh, okay. I was like, all
just
right.
came in.
I
Just came
mean,
in.
that's
Swoop.
just not fair. You guys had like an hour and 30 minutes to do your stuff, and they only had like 30 minutes or like the 5 minute Pokemon trailer. And I was like, but I do think Microsoft did very well this time.
Definitely. I
But
am impressed. I'm impressed.
true enough for you to want to get an Xbox. I think that was their goal. They're like, we're
You're
gonna
right.
ship all these games out. We're gonna say most of it, like probably like 90% of these games are on Game Pass, and we're just gonna sit back and see how many people say I want an Xbox.
Oh
um,
my god.
but that is all we have for you today. If you enjoyed this content, if you want to see us to do more of these kind of things, because we did do one last year, and I believe the video is still on our channel.
Yeah.
Um, then let us know. Just hit that like button or leave a comment down below. And if that's the case, then of course, any new events or features that come out, we will do this again. But
We'll try our best.
yeah, for sure, for sure. But for now, that is the end of this discussion, and we will see you in our next video.
All right. Peace, guys.
Peace.